Friday morning, 2-minute drill time here at 105.5 WDHA. Jim Monaghan, Chris Swendeman, and a special guest this morning. He covers the Jets for the Daily News, Antwan Staley. Good morning. Welcome to WDHA. And let me start with the obvious question. How is Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, so far so good. I mean, he doesn't have any limitations or hasn't been set back since training camp has started. So he's a full go, and they hope that he can, that'll continue as the preseason and obviously the regular season continues.
Now, I know they held him out of practice on Thursday due to the weather, which I think was a smart move. And I don't think he's going to be playing. He might not play at all in the preseason. When does caution become too overprotective in a case like this?
Well, I mean, nobody, a lot of starters don't play in the preseason anymore anyway, so I don't think it's necessarily that big of a deal. I mean, he's been playing 20 years. Like this is his 20th season in the league. So, I mean, I understand, like, you don't necessarily you want him back out there to get some snaps and reps at the same time, but at the same time, the joint practices, I definitely think now are like where it's at as far as like getting prepared for the regular season. Obviously, he didn't participate in the one against the Commanders, but it's still more two opportunities against the Giants coming up in a couple of weeks, and then the Carolina Panthers next week too. So he'll have opportunities to play against another team and get prepared for Week 1.
Antwan, I got to ask you, talking about two of the Jets' newer additions this year, one being one of my favorite wide receivers, and I thought it was such a smart move to pick this guy up. What's the health of Mike Williams? I know he just came off the pup the other day. What's he looking like?
Well, I mean, he just practiced for the first time on Thursday, so we're not necessarily very sure yet. But they're going to slowly ease him in and get him acclimated with the team there. He'll start doing just individual drills, and then eventually he'll gravitate toward. He'll start to go do more team drills. But it's going to be a process. It's still a month left before the season starts. They don't necessarily want to give him a whole lot too soon, and I definitely think that he'll be ready for Week 1. They said he is ahead of schedule, but he hasn't participated in any kind of team drills yet. But I imagine that's coming in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. And the second player I wanted to talk about, another brilliant pickup in the offseason, but hasn't been around Jets camp since. What is going on with Hassan Reddick at this point?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I mean, he's holding out. He wants a new contract, and the Jets don't necessarily want to give him one at the moment, especially considering he didn't come to any of the spring workouts there, lost a $250,000 bonus because of that, and then every day he's missing training camp, he's getting fined $50,000. So there's nothing new on that front. I imagine they may work something out where he can recoup that money that he lost from training camp, but it's getting to the point now where you start to worry a little bit, even though he is a veteran in the league, he has experience, but this is a new organization for him, new system, new coaches, and he hasn't really participated at all. So there's nothing new on that front, and it seems like it's nothing imminent is going to happen in regards to that.
Speaking of coaches, how hot is the seat that Robert Saleh is on right now?
I think it's pretty warm. I mean, considering the fact that he's been there 3 years and they haven't made the playoffs. They hadn't had a winning record either any of those years. So, and then now they did all these things. Obviously bringing Aaron Rodgers net last year, and then improving the offensive line and the receiving core, and both sides of the football, getting all these acquisitions. Now it's time to make it happen. If they don't make the playoffs this year, then it could be a lot of wholesale changes, not just with, Robert Saleh, could be Joe Douglas, the general manager. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is involved in this too, because if they end up changing coaches, then you have to imagine at his age, which at 41, he'll be 41 in December. They're probably going to want a new quarterback, and they're going to completely start over. So that could be the end of him, at least with the Jets.
You can read him in the Daily News, his Jets coverage, and you can follow him on Twitter at Antwan Staley. Antwan, thank you so much for your time this Friday morning here on DHA. Appreciate it.
Thank you.